The National Investigation Agency said that it has so far arrested 168 people in 37 cases of terror attacks, conspiracy, and funding which have been inspired by the Islamic State ideology in the country. It said charge sheets have been filed in 31 of the cases, the most recent of which was registered in June, and that 27 accused have been convicted after trial. Investigation by the NIA has revealed that Islamic State is trying to spread its tentacles in India through continuous propaganda. Online, gullible youths are targeted on open social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, a spokesperson of the agency said. The Karnataka government on Friday tabled a bill in the assembly to ban online gambling or betting in the state and providing for a maximum imprisonment of 3 years or fine of up to Rs 1 lakh for any violation. The Karnataka Police Bill 2021 was tabled in the assembly by Home Minister Araga Narendra. The bill to amend the Karnataka Police Act of 1963 states games means and includes online games involving all forms of wagering or betting, including in the form of tokens valued in terms of the money paid before or after the issue of it, or electronic means and virtual currency, electronic transfer of funds in connection with any game of chance. Karnataka topped the COVID vaccination drive in the country on Friday by administering 26.92 lakh doses till 9 p.m. Minister for Health and Family Welfare and Medical Education K. Sudhakar said the state stood first in the country ahead of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, which achieved over 26.62 lakh doses and 24.86 lakh doses respectively, his office said in a release. The Railway Protection Force of South Western Railway, under the able leadership of Alok Kumar, Principal Chief Secretary Commissioner, has performed exceptionally well during the current year. Under the operation Nanhi Farishte, in order to prevent and detect the trafficking of children and women during August 2021, 90 children, 77 boys and 13 girls were rescued and reunited with their parents or handed over to NGOs and police. Under the Meri Saheli initiative, the team helps women passengers in availing auto rickshaws, bus services, carrying belongings of elderly and needy passengers. Presently, 27 trains have been identified and are being attended under this operation. A total of 28 police inspectors, including 11 station house officers posted in Muzaffarnagar for more than 3 years, have been shifted to other districts, an official said on Saturday. According to Preetinder Singh, DIG, Saharanpur Range, the order came on Friday on the directive of the Election Commission, which stated that police officers cannot remain posted in the district going to polls if they have served in the same place for at least 3 years. The police personnel were transferred to Shamli and Saharanpur district from Muzaffarnagar, the DIG said. Assembly elections will be held in Uttar Pradesh early next year. The CBDT on Saturday alleged that actor Sonu Sood and his associates evaded tax of Rs 20 crore and claimed that after the Income Tax Department raided him and a linked Lucknow-based infrastructure group, it was found that he routed his unaccounted income in the form of bogus, unsecured loans from many bogus entities. It also accused Sood of violating the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act while raising donations from abroad. The department had launched searches against the 48-year-old actor and the Lucknow-based group of industries involved in infrastructure on September 15th, and the CBDT said the action was continuing. During the course of search at the premises of the actor and his associates, incriminating evidence pertaining to tax evasion has been found, the Central Board of Direct Taxes claimed in a statement. Congress veteran Amarinder Singh on Saturday resigned as Chief Minister of Punjab, capping 3 months of a power tussle that he had polarized the ruling party in the state headed for elections in just about 4 months. "I feel humiliated," Singh told reporters outside the Punjab Raj Bhavan after submitting his resignation to the governor. He submitted his resignation along with that of his Council of Ministers, his media advisor said. Singh's resignation came hours before a crucial meeting of the Congress Legislative Party on Saturday evening. Businessman Raj Kundra, an accused in the pornographic content case, on Saturday moved a bail application in a court, claiming that he was being made a scapegoat, that there was no single evidence in the supplementary charge sheet of him being actively involved in the creation of alleged questionable content. The crime branch probing the case had recently filed a supplementary charge sheet against Kundra and and 3 others in the case pertaining to the alleged creation of pornographic films and publishing them through some apps. After that, the accused approached the Metropolitan Court for bail, saying that the investigation in the case was practically over. A top US military commander has conceded as a mistake the drone strike by the American forces in Kabul last month, targeting ISIS-K terrorists days after a suicide bombing at the city airport that killed 10 civilians, including up to 7 children. Briefing reporters on the results of the investigation of the August 29th strike, General Frank McKenzie, the commander of the US Central Command, also said it was unlikely that the vehicle and those who died in the drone strike were associated with ISIS-K over a direct threat to US forces. However, the strike must be considered in the context of the on-ground situation at the Hamid Karzai International Airport following the ISIS-K attack that killed 13 soldiers, sailors, and marines, and more than 100 civilians. Also, a substantial body of intelligence had indicated the imminence of another attack, he said. The former president of Algeria, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, has passed away at the age of 84. The presidency disclosed the news on Friday and comes more than 2 years after Bouteflika stepped down from the post. Bouteflika was a veteran of Algeria's war for independence. He ruled the North African country for 2 decades before resigning, under pressure from mass protests and the army, rejecting his plan to seek a 5th term in office. He had rarely been seen in public before his departure since a stroke in 2013. After Algeria gained independence in 1962, Bouteflika became the country's first foreign minister. He was also an influential figure in the non-aligned movement that gave a global voice to Africa, Asia, and Latin America.